Let's talk about where InSight landed. This is a topographic map of Mars, with red being high and blue being low. Previous landers are indicated here. The Phoenix lander, which is similar to InSight, is up in the polar regions, and there's InSight, near Curiosity, on a place called Elysium Planitia. Why did we choose to land there? We have a seismometer and a radio science experiment and a heat flow probe that don't care where on Mars they are. The heat flow probe needs broken up soil to dig through, but that's it. So what's so special about this location? Most of the consideration came from engineering and the entry, descent, and landing system of the InSight spacecraft. We use a parachute, and even though Mars has a very thin atmosphere, it's thick enough to let that parachute do its job if you land at a low enough altitude. The areas in red here are too high for that parachute to work. So we have the areas in green to work with, but we don't want to land in an area that's too rocky or too dusty. So that eliminates these sort of white masked areas you see here. And InSight is solar powered and has to operate for a full Mars year. So we have to be near the equator, between these two black lines. Well, that eliminates the entire northern hemisphere, when you look at it all, there's not much of Mars left. There's Valles Marineris, which is a bit too windy and chaotic for us to consider it safe, and there's a little spot over here called Elysium. So we looked very closely at Elysium. Basaltic lava flows from that volcanic complex nearby. There's Gale Crater, where Curiosity is, and we looked deep in there, and the landing site team looked in great detail. A whole bunch of analyses looking at rock abundance and slopes and thermal inertia, all these properties to find out where in here was the best place to put our landing ellipse. And they did an amazing job because we have a beautiful landing site and the lander is safe and happy and we're getting all the power we need. So good job, team, and let's keep exploring Mars.